I brought you some blue water. How did I make this? This is made out of Nilkathradu flower, which is a herb. A herb that is used to regain strength in your body. And then this is a glass of orange juice. We are going to do a small experiment. An experiment that shows you about the nature. Normally when you cook, in your day-to-day life, you cook stuff, right? So when you want to give it a certain taste, a certain fragrance, let's say you want to cook a dal curry, so you know the taste that you want to get, so you put everything together. Like you put some coconut milk, you put some salt, some spices, and some onions, and dal, and everything together. And you put all these things together until you get a certain taste, certain smell, a certain color. Am I right? So what are you doing? You're collecting stuff. You're collecting components in order to get a specific result or an effect. What if you want to make it in a different taste? Like if you want to make it a little bit more spicy, you'd put some more spices. If you want to make it a little bit more salty, you'd put more salt into it. And you try to make it a different taste, different color. How do you change the color? How do you change the taste? What do? You normally change the components. That's what you do. So today we are going to talk about that. Today we are going to talk about the fragrance that you really like, the color that you really like, and how it is really made. So now I'm going to put this orange juice into this blue water. Let's see what happens. What do you see? Oh, I see a different color. I see some magenta color. Do you also see magenta color? Where did it come from? Was magenta color hidden inside the blue water that I brought? Or was it hidden inside the orange juice? The orange juice was yellow. It never had the magenta color. But you see magenta here. How come? Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Is the $1,000,000 question. In our life, we like people. We have special friends. We have special people in our lives. We like some food. We have favorite color, favorite dresses. We like some tastes more than the other. We own stuff. We own things. Why? Because we rely on everything that those will bring us happiness. Those would make me feel happy, would bring me joy, and make me feel over the moon. That is my life. That's what I think. That's how we feel, how we all feel in this world. But think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this magenta color. Yes, we feel that there are things in our life that makes us happy and we rely upon them. But the thing is, every color that you own, every taste that you feel are a combination of things. Just like this magenta color. So this magenta color entirely depend on the blue water and the orange juice that I put. Am I right? So then, how can we rely upon something that rely upon another, two dependent factors? I mean, we rely upon this magenta color thinking that we are in control. But are we? If I really want to reduce the amount of color that I want here, or maybe increase the contrast, what should I do? I should add more blue water or more orange juice. That means this color is entirely dependent on those two ingredients. Not because I want to, not because I wish it to be. It really doesn't matter what I want. Even if I want this to be darker or a little bit more lighter, that really doesn't matter actually. The amount of blue water and the orange juice that I put here are the deciding factors. They are in control. They are the ones that decide the color of this water, which means that I am not in control, but I rely upon something that is entirely out of my control. If I really wish that I want magenta, that I want this to be magenta, what a fool I am. What a fool I am. Because then I'll have fear. Why? I'll always live in fear. I don't know what will happen next. I don't know whether it'll be the same the next moment or will it change? Will the color change? I'll live with constant insecurity. Don't you have the same experience with everything that you associate and everyone that you associate? This is what we call maintaining our life, ladies and gentlemen. Maintenance. You have to maintain everything that you have out of fear that you will lose it. Imagine a relationship. So you are in a relationship. Don't you have to do stuff to maintain it? Because you are not in control. You have to celebrate anniversaries with them. You have to answer their calls. You have to make sure that they know that you care. You have to make sure that you give your fullest attention to them. Some people say that when we first started the relationship, it was amazing. It was butterflies in my stomach and it was wonderful. But then little by little, things started to fade away. After 5 years, 10 long years of marriage, we no longer have it. We no longer have that spark. Some people say that. But you try to maintain it. You try to keep this spark between you two by doing what? Doing various things. Maybe you go to couples therapy. Maybe you go to these counseling sessions. Or maybe you bring stuff. You want to keep them happy, otherwise they'll go with someone else, they'll leave you. So you live in constant insecurity. Will they love someone else more? So you want to maintain everything as it is in your life, and it consumes your life, ladies and gentlemen. It consumes your life. You want to earn money for that? You want to keep your beauty for that? You want to keep your body, your figure the same way that it was earlier? You want to maintain everything the same way that it was earlier, just like this magenta color. If I really want to maintain this magenta color the way that I want, I will become clueless. I'll become helpless, destitute, because then I have to keep this blue water and the orange juice the same way that I want. If I really want to increase this, then I'll have to find more blue water. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes money, it takes a lot of things. So I have to gather those things. I have to keep some money in my bank account just in case, that so that I can keep this beauty the same way, so that I can do a plastic surgery maybe to keep it the same way. I can remove my wrinkles. I can remove the dark pigments that I get in my body, the face. So I put my makeup. So I have to pay for those things. So it's maintenance. When we maintain stuff, we believe that, I'm going to ask you a question. Where is the end? Where is the end to all these things? Ladies and gentlemen, what you have in your life are magenta color water. And sometimes you have the dark green water. Everything that you have in your life it's like you are living in a box full of watercolors. There is a box. It has different cups there, and it has different colored water. One has magenta color, the other one has the dark green water. So you are maintaining each and every bottle, each and every cup. Why? Because otherwise, what will happen if you stop maintaining it? What will happen if you just give up? Okay, I no longer want to put money and effort and my time into maintaining this relationship. I'll just give up. Can you do that? What will happen if you do that? Then you'll be sad. You'll be frustrated and disappointed because that person will leave you, and then you will be alone and you will be sad. And you will think about them. It's a complete chaos. Breakups. Do you like breakups? No, it's always an emotional roller coaster, isn't it? Maintaining stuff is actually a roller coaster. But we think that is life and we enjoy it. Because you know what? If you don't understand this truth, you keep doing it, you keep maintaining it, and you can't stop because it will give you sadness. But doing it won't fulfill you either. It won't fulfill you. It won't give you satisfaction. It won't give you a full stop. It's always a comma, isn't it? Think about stuff in your life that you've been doing and you're still doing it. If you're studying for an exam, if you're studying for your next qualification that is needed for your promotion, when will it stop? It's always a comma, one after the other, one after the other. But you won't find a full stop anywhere. Full stop as in complete satisfaction or fulfillment. Where is the fulfillment that you wish for so long? Where is that fulfillment? I urge you to think about this truth, ladies and gentlemen, because you are not in control of any of this. Just maintenance doesn't stop. Just like this magenta water. The more you feel that you want it, the more you go after it. The more effort that you put. But you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it. You can't stop anywhere because of the true nature of this world. I can explain you about the nature like this. This magenta color doesn't exist anywhere. It is a collection of the yellow color and the blue color. Those two got together, and that is how you got the magenta color. So, magenta, where did it come from? Where did the magenta come from? It didn't come from anywhere. It was just an effect. An effect of two colors. Those two colors got together and this was born. It is an effect. But what if you start loving the magenta color? You will feel fear and you will feel grief. Because there isn't any magenta color to love or keep. Because it is a combination of two colors. That's about it. When we don't understand this, we feel this fear of losing and we feel this sorrow. When we understand this truth, we know that magenta color is just an effect, and the blue color and the yellow color, those are the ones that control this particular situation. So then we feel relaxed. We no longer try to change the things, change the magenta color, because we know that magenta is a combination, a collection of two ingredients that put together. It is not a separate color. It is not a color that was actually made. It is just a combination, a collection. Everything in your life are just like that. So think about it. So I want you to think about it. Next time that you think about maintaining your relationship, maintaining your figure, or maybe your beauty, try to think about it. Is it something that I can control, or something else is in control and I'm just bothered? That's it. All I got is the maintenance cost and the time and the effort and the worry and the fear. That's it. Nothing else. So think about it. This truth will relieve you, give you salvation from that frame that we stuff ourselves in, the box that we stuff ourselves in, freedom from that box.